Hi, welcome back everyone. Today I'm going to teach you how to meal prep in a sustainable way to lose body fat and build lean muscle by getting enough protein in your diet. Some of you may have been trying this on your own and may be getting hung up around this step. I'm going to solve that problem for you today. Once we get going, I'm going to press the timer and we're going to see how long it takes. I'm betting under 45 minutes to have 4 to 5 days of meals completed. I'm going to have at least 50 grams of protein made in each meal. No processed foods, no processed sugars, all good healthy stuff that cost me very little at the grocery store to get. So what we're going to be making is 2 pounds of chicken. This is over 300 grams of protein, zucchini, and an onion, because I love them, and they are very nutrient dense, full of good vitamins, and do not take up many calories, as well as a yucca plant. Now for this, depending on where you're living, if you don't have access to it, potatoes, sweet potatoes will work just as well. And the only spices we're going to use is garlic that I already went ahead and chopped, and a few different ones, salt, pepper, and olive oil. We're gonna cook everything on the stove and it will go by very quickly. So to get started with this, I think of what takes the longest. Let's start on that first. I always wanna do that. So with that, typically the chicken is what's gonna take the longest. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the stove on. Also guys, real quick, if you are liking this, and you feel like you're gonna get a lot of value from this video and want more continued support, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell, like, comment below. That way the algorithm gods will push me out to more people. Thank you in advance. We're gonna hit start now. So we're gonna get the chicken going and then start on the yucca root. So a dash of olive oil in the pan, pot. Go. Some garlic, because I love cooking with garlic. Pro tip, put it in the oil as it's heating up so it releases some flavor. Dump some salt in. Some black fresh ground pepper as well. Next, if you have long hair and you're cooking, you want to put it up. We're going to put in the chicken. 2 pounds of chicken breast. I like to clean dishes as I go when I'm cooking, but I probably won't do much of that now, just for the video purposes. But you get the idea. So give that a couple stirs. Then we'll dump some seasoning. This is garlic and roasted herb. Nothing special. Give a little extra flavor inside of there. Leave that on medium and put a lid on it. We'll come back to that soon and check on it. Now guys, understand that I'm no chef, as I mentioned. I'm just making food that works for me and works for everyone else and serves my body as good fuel. So with that, let's chop the yucca root. As that's doing its thing, I like to go ahead and heat up some water and get it boiling. Or you can just drop it straight in. Have a lid for this, that'd be great. There it is, cool. Boom, boom. Okay, and then we have all of our yucca chopped and ready to go to dump into this boiling water here that is almost starting to boil. Perfect time. Again, a nice little stir, make sure everything's cooking well. Maybe lower the heat just a little bit. I'll go ahead and throw the yucca into the boiling water. Carefully. Next, zucchini and onion. I typically would heat up garlic, onion, and then throw the zucchini in. I'm gonna chop that now. Now we'll turn the other pan on, toss our garlic in, toss the onions in with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. Okay, so that is warm now. Now we're gonna toss the onion in on top of the garlic. Give that a quick saute around, mix up the onions and garlic. Lastly, chop up our zucchini. You can do it however you want. I do it this way. Toss this into our pan. And then we're just gonna let that steam and do its thing. Check on our chicken, see how we're looking. Give it another stir. So at this point, everything is preparing now. Everything is cooking at temperature. Now I start to clean up to make the most of my time and then prepare any Tupperware, things I'm gonna put the food in when it's done. That way I can eat a plate and then I'm good for the next few days. So some of you may be thinking like, what food should I buy? Where should I start? Or I don't even know how to get going with this, man. If you check the description, I've linked a couple spreadsheets and other videos of me talking you through these concepts and what to do. That way you have access and know how to do that and make the most of your time. It's really, once you learn how to do it, it makes sense. And when you learn how to intuitively eat like this, you start eating for fuel, you have more energy, you lose body fat, you start building muscle, you recover faster, and everything will just work better towards your own goals. The art of sauteing is in the flick of the wrist here. Sometimes you mess up, sometimes you don't. Who's nervous watching this? I think I dropped a piece. That happens. So as the yuca potatoes are cooking, you can do a timer or you can just take a fork and go to stop. If it goes through very easily, it's done. If you have to push it through, you feel resistance, they're not done. And typically if I'm boiling a starch like this, I'll wait and season it until after because it's just gonna come off in the water. So everything now is almost done, honestly. It's been 20 minutes in. Everything's cooking fast and I've got everything cleaned up and I'm gonna get my Tupperware ready. So I like to box a lot of things together and then make small boxes if I'm going to be away. Like if I'm going to work or somewhere like that, then I'll prepare individual meals. But for now, it is Saturday. It is Saturday around lunchtime, so I have a couple of days of just eating around the house. So I don't need to dirty up a lot of extra Tupperware. Something like this. And a couple of these will do the trick nicely. Extra pearl. I would structure these meals for middle of the day and evening. I wouldn't necessarily eat this right before you're gonna start your workouts. I would typically go for a much faster acting carbohydrate source. Something like a fruit is my favorite to go with. I eat apples all the time. Banana, mango. Something along those lines is gonna give you a better source of energy to use right then. If you eat a meal like this, I would typically wait an hour to an hour and a half before I actually start to train. And with the workouts that I do in my content that you see on my channel and that you see in my Instagram and my TikTok as well, please go follow all those if you're not already. These typically are a little bit more faster pace where I don't want my blood sugar levels to drop too low or I will start to feel lightheaded. And that's not a fun place to be when you're exercising. Now as I'm cooking, you see that I use typically just basic spices, garlic, olive oil, salt, pepper, a little bit of fancy stuff here and now and then. You can throw whatever you want in there, and I encourage you to experiment with different things to find what you prefer the most. Typically, I eat for fuel. I'm not eating for taste and that short-term pleasure. I'm eating for what that food's gonna do for me and how it's gonna help my body become better. Usually on the weekends, I will experiment, have some other tasting food, good tasting foods, have something fried, pancakes, ice cream, all that. Normally, Saturdays I will do that. However, for the purposes of the day, I'm making this video for all of you. So I'm gonna be eating clean for the next couple of days. All right, now that you're cooking your chicken, I do recommend cutting it open at some point and looking on the inside and making sure it's not done. You don't want to get sick from eating raw chicken, obviously. Fun fact, I've never gotten sick from anything that I've cooked. It's only been from eating stuff out at restaurants. First, we'll start with our protein for the meal. Pieces of chicken, a few homemade boiled yuca fries, and then some veggies. Can't forget about those. All right, rest of our chicken here. Our yuca. Let that cool. Then I'll let these steam and calm down while I go eat my lunch and then box everything up. For the total timer, guys, you're at 27 minutes. Under half an hour, we did all of this. You can do it too. If you got some value from this, and you feel like you learned something, you want to continue making good food in less time, please subscribe to my channel, click the bell. I'm going to be posting more content like this as I roll forward, as well as many other ways to help improve your body, improve yourself, and get in better shape through working out and eating clean. So if you like this, again, please subscribe. I look forward to giving you more content later. Also, drop some love down below in the comments if you have any questions. Peace.